All right, you guys, just want to review the UNG play, which is natural gas. And, I said last night that you would see a gap up this morning. And so I set this buy order at 22.48. It got filled this morning. And so on the day on that play, at one point, what is that? You were up 5%, let's say, and right now up about 4.5%. And so, what to expect with that is coming into Friday at 8:30 on Friday morning, you have the jobs report, and so if a lot of people would think jobs report being bad would mean bad for the market, but if the jobs report comes out good, meaning or the jobs numbers are down, put it that way, jobs numbers are down, then the market's going to rally, right? A lot of people would think jobs numbers down, market down, but it's the opposite. And so coming into Friday, that's all to look for is 8:30 Eastern on Friday. If the job numbers come out and people are basically losing their jobs, then that would be good for the market. And so what you could expect to see then would be maybe a break to this range, and that might be a place to sell. If you're just in it for the short run, I'm going to keep an eye on it. If the jobs numbers comes out and jobs are still strong, that would be a time for me to look to exit. So I'd be going into Friday if it runs up a little more. Friday morning, jobs are still strong. That's going to create selling, and so I'm going to dump it there and watch it come back down, and see if I can buy back in, because I don't want to hold if we get a double bottom. So my idea on this is to actually hold this for the long term, but what I want to be able to do, if I can, if all things play out, it really just depends on how it plays out. But I think this is going to, on the SPY, I think we're going to see here in the next month, based on what I'm looking at, is that I think we're going to get another test of this level, of these local lows that we're at right now. I think you might see a kind of a move up here, another retest of this area, and then we'll see if you could short up here, but that might be another UNG long. And because what I don't want to have happen on that play is I don't want to have, although UNG will, in this, throughout the winter, it's going to move upwards, but what I don't want to have happen is the SPY break a key level, which causes everything else to sell off, and then I get caught holding, right? I don't want it to come down here and have to hold, although that would be that's probably a low for this. I hope that makes sense. So based on what I see right now with the SPYs, we could get another test of this range. That's why I would consider selling out of that position based on the news. If you're starting to see weakness in the jobs, the market's going to take that as bullish, and then I will hold that through Tuesday. You have the CPI coming out again. And so depending on what happens with that, you always see the continuation. So if CPI comes in neutral or low, if it doesn't come in high, the market could also rally off of that. And so what you would see is you could see some upside if you have this strong jobs number, or weakening in the jobs market. It kind of does this kind of stuff. And then let's say that CPI comes out neutral, or inflation's down, then that's going to cause another push higher. And so that's why to enter that play, when I said to enter it, is because we have this data coming out and you could see this upside. And so I just wanted to review. That's pretty much how it's looking for that play. But if you had entered in there, and there'll be more chances on this. This isn't going to be the only chance to do this, but this is a good play throughout the winter time to learn about how this trades, because it also has big exposure to news, and we have every indicator that the energy crisis in Europe is going to get worse. And so the other thing I like about this is that not only do you have the data, which you can trade off of, but you might have a surprise. The surprise on a news catalyst on this one, because it's energy. It's not going to be that all of a sudden energy prices drop, right? So that's eliminating a variable here. It's not just, oh my God, energy prices went to nothing. So we've eliminated that with this play. If it's news driven, it's going to be driving this upwards. And so I like this trade, and I think it's something to pay attention to.